there. Need to get this gator out of here. 4020, I need that. 3010, no, because it don't have a block heater on it. I don't know why. I don't know why we're not gonna fix that thing. It don't work for some reason. I don't know if it's probably in the heater element. And I don't remember where we put the thing to try and get it working again. All it is it's just this guy here that went bad. Is just this thing here with the plug that went bad on the 3010, except from my knowledge, it was a little plug guy there. They just kind of snapped in, had the cord and everything that hung down. And you plugged it in and away it started. Much rather than sitting there giving the thing a sniff of ether and in the air cleaner, and away it went. Now the other, if I'm thinking right, the 5020s, they had a little port in here somewheres in the intake that you could just pop off and spray the ether down there from ground level, and it would do the same thing. 3010, 4020s, they got the ether injector right here. Take this little guy off, take the cap off of the of an ether can. The little white guy you push and it goes ch-ch-ch. And that is how you use an ether injector. Why? It's probably, in the old days, it was probably a lot safer than trying to lean out over the hood, trying to spray it and start it and everything. Yeah, that's just a little bit of my knowledge of the ether injector. It was just another way, an easy way on how to start these older John Deere tractors. Wes Pandy, I'm gonna give him a shout out for a minute. I think don't quote me on this. The tractor with the 4-post canopy. The 4-post tractor. Oh, help me out here. 4230 or 4320. I think it was a 4230. And he was doing a demonstration on the ether injector, and he was like, "Oh, people just like to see, it blow smoke and everything. It's like, that's hard on a diesel engine." Well, yes, it is, and I don't like it either. I'd much rather, in all honesty, ether can be used as a last resort. But in this instance, since we're right by an electric plug, and it has a block heater on it. This is what it is. It's a block heater. Heats the engine block up. Enables you to start it. To start a lot easier than sitting there with a can of ether, the air cleaner. Ether. Ether's a last resort in my book. Okay. I know Dad, he's like, "Oh, just, crank it and I'll give it ether." I'm like, I cringe at that. And I'm like, just let it start on its own before you go ruining a good motor. Now, in these older John Deere's, 3010s, 4020s, 4040s, 3020s, those series, you got to have this 3-point arm lever down because it won't start worth a crap when it's cold out. And the 4020s and 5020s, and you get a little starter button down here. You push and it turns the big diesel over. Just like it was summertime out, guys. That's what a block heater can do. And then you just bump the RPMs up a little bit to get the alternator to start charging. Now, something's wrong on the 3010. I don't quite know what's wrong with it. I think the armature might need adjusted on the alternator, because to get the alternator light to go out and to get it to start charging, you got to run it almost up to 1500 RPMs when it's cold, and I don't really like to do that. We won't be starting this one today because we don't need it. Don't really use it in the cold. So that's just my little spiel on the block heater, ether, and cold engines. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy. Another thing too I want to throw in there about ether, it's addictive. You give it to a diesel too much and it'll just eat pistons. And Dad's cousin, who used to work at Mack, brought a piston in, laid it right here on this shop bench, and you could just see, he said he knew exactly what happened. It was in a dump truck, and they were just, I think it was a Mack, because it had the side air cleaners, and to get it to go up the hill, they would just sit there and keep pushing on that button on the aerosol can, dispensing ether into the air cleaner, giving the thing more power to get up the hill. And after doing that for so many miles or hours, the thing just started, you know, banging and pinging and clanging and clunking and puking and barfing and everything. And all of a sudden, it just gave out. That's why I'm scared of ether, because you take a good engine like a 3306B that we've done, overhauled, had the top end redone in it. Start giving the thing ether when it's cold out, and it becomes addicted to it. I don't like doing ether. I like just seeing if it'll go on its own first. If it don't go on its own after 5 minutes of cranking, or not cranking, like intervals of 30 seconds, you know, crank for 30, let up, crank for 30, let up, you know, 5 minutes of that. If it don't go, then you either get a booster pack or you get the ether, just a small sniff. That's all you need. Boom, down and up. That's all you need, just a quick burst. I'm just scared of it. I don't know what it is, but I'm just scared of ether. I don't know if it's just me or what. But like I said, that's, if you can plug stuff in, plug it in. If you can't, well, if you're nowhere near a source of electric to plug it in, then it would be okay to use ether. Just like I said, real small amount. You don't need to sit there and hose the thing. And I know I've been accused and held accountable of doing that, and I've learned from that. But you know, we all make mistakes, and tell you, a tractor that we got that won't start without it is that Ford backhoe. I just know from experience. Now, if I do have to use, like if Dad, you know, wants, you know, help me start that Heston or something, he'll get the thing rolling over, and then we'll spray with ether. Or I've seen some guys, you know, in the air cleaner, you know, and then crank. I've heard that's a really good way of bending rods and stuff. Let this thing roll over a couple times, a couple revolutions, and then spray. There's just different ways of giving it ether. And the 3010's got it. Got the ether injector. But yeah, that's just me, you know, talking and rambling and raving on about ether and stuff like that. So, hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching.